Hey guys, this is my first YouTube video, and I figured I'd start off my YouTube career by doing a quick tutorial on how to make your own scripts for the new, relatively new anyway, Mob Talker mod for Minecraft. Um, I've already got it all set up, so I'll just be running you guys through how to make your very own scripts, for those of you who don't know. So once you've got it installed, and of course you put the mod into your mods folder, you put all this stuff should pop up here, and then you put the texture pack here, and you put the script here. That I believe already pops up there, and of course then you've already installed everything into your Minecraft jar. And so what you do to make your own scripts is all you need to do is, well, I already have my own. I've only done the first day because it takes ages to do. So what you do is, I will show you what I've done so far. I've made a cave spider conversation for the first day. I'm using Notepad to edit this because it's the only thing I have that works. And so what I have is, you have to put number sign set underscore name space whatever you want the name for your character to be. I put Spinette because it felt right for a cave spider. And then you just write whatever you want, and the double colons there is what you use to wrap it around to the next line of text, to the next line. So when you want to bring it down, like if you hit enter, you would put those double colons instead of a space. Yeah, right. And you need this command. If you don't put make shadow there, then it does not work at all. You have to put make shadow there because that's what makes the mob into, well, the shadow form, basically, which allows you to interact and do all the other cool stuff. You always have to put N there, or else the conversation will never end and it will just keep going and you'll be stuck. Right, so this is just the standard, what you put for all mobs. Just if you don't want the mob to have interactivity, you just don't put the make shadow. And you don't have to give them a name at all. You could, but you don't have to. Right, so now that I've shown you that and drag my thing back, what you want to do next is make a friendly folder, and again put cave spider in there because we want the cave spider to have interactivity. And so you double click on that, and as I already have 3 days because that's how much I plan to do basically. And I already have the first day all set out, so I will drag these out and show you what all these do. Don't get down here. I'm just going to organize all this. And right, so this is your default script. This is what will play if there is none of these. If there's none of these scripts here, basically, it will just go straight to this one and play this, if you don't have anything else. Also, when you run through all your other options and get to the end of the conversation, this will play. This is like the end of the day thing. Right, so got that. I just put mine because my guy falls asleep. And so this is the first bit of the conversation. It's just saying, who the heck are you? And you have to put the increased love stat at the end of every one, because that lets you move on to the next piece of the conversation. Only time you don't have to do that is when you're moving on to an options thing, like down here. But we'll get to that, well, when I get to it. And so, yeah, all you have to do is that. And you can change their facial expression. I chose to keep it normal most of the time, because I have no idea what this cave spider's ones look like. I have not seen her really do that many, so no one else has used the cave spider, so I didn't know what they were, so I just left it normal. Oh, don't put W there. That'll break it. Save it, even though there was no change. And this is the second part of the conversation. Just continue from the last one. Again, face normal, all this, increase love by 1, blah, blah, blah. And this is where some of the trickier stuff comes in. Well, what you need to do first of all, to get your name in there in the first place, you have to do number sign fetch underscore name. All these commands have to be in capitals, or else they won't work. They'll just pop up as text, and that's annoying as hell. So, right. Now, then you're just going to put fetch name to get your name in there. Then just put set underscore name, space, parenthesis, player name, parenthesis, and just type whatever want your guy to say. Then switch it back over to your character. In my case, Bennett. You can change your facial expression. I just left it at normal. And you can do that. So my guy's just leading up to a options. Now you have to put assign condition, and this weird symbol, I have no idea what it's called. You just put it there, and then you type whatever you want to be the option, and then you put comma, and then the name of the script file that option leads to. Then you put that, another comma, and that again for the other options. And then, so now, first option is to ask, what's it like living in a mineshaft? And that will lead him to option 5a script. Option 5a dot script. And then the second option is my guy asking, what do you think of normal spiders? And that will lead me to option 5b dot script. And that's the end of the conversation. And then I go to, if I chose the first option, I will go to option 5a, and it will turn to this. I put her face as sad for this. It didn't really work for whatever reason. Maybe they didn't input sad for her yet. I don't know, but whatever. So, yeah, just put this, and then yeah, you always have to increase love at the end of the day, or else you will not be able to access the stuff at the beginning of the next day. It will not work right, because you have to set it continuously going up, or at least that's my understanding. And then when you're at the end of the day, you always have to put finish day, or else it will not work right. And then once you do that and hit end, you will just have to wait a day. You can sleep in a bed to skip at night, and it will count towards going to the next day, which is good. Makes it much easier. And yeah, you do all that, and I just realized there's an unneeded space here. Get rid of that. There we go. So, right, back on track. So that's the first option, and save that with my correction I made. And this is the second option, and she is very pissed off at those spiders because they're walking all over them. Just because they're bigger, buddies. And the tired face was the only one that actually seemed to work for me. I don't know why. Weird. Anyways. So, both of them end up with her sleeping, you getting an increase of love rate, which you have to do for every piece of conversation to move on, and ending in that. Now, I'm going to quickly replace all of my folders before I lose them, because that would be bad, indeed. Now, where the hell are all my stuff? Here we are. Close that down, and put my script back in. Now, I can show you how it looks in-game. I do have too many items installed to make this a bit easier on me, so I can switch to creative so he does not poison me and kill me, because that would be painful indeed. Especially since I was testing all these other mobs as well. For later, I can add those in. I'll post videos up of that later, I suppose. Now, for the cave spider, I'm already done with this one. So, I'm going to go spawn another. It goes by individual. It's not all cave spiders are affected. See, and you can see it is working. This is the opening script under the normal one, not under the friendly folder. So this one always plays first, and you need to play this with the make shadow command, and then the rest of the in the friendly folder will play. You have to do that, or else it doesn't work. And now you just right click again, and next conversation piece, up, get back here, and then you do all this, jazz, and ooh, feisty, and alright, so yeah, so that's the basics of making your own script in Mob Talker. Like, comment, and subscribe, please. I'm new and I need some very badly. And favorite, perhaps. And I will see you with the next tutorial, in which hopefully I'll have gotten better at explaining it myself.